Well, hello. Today is Saturday, October 14th, and it's time for our weekly meeting highlights. And today it's about mastering your time. So you need to master your time. I'll start right off because last week I forgot to tell you, unless you watch my daily vlog, you wouldn't have known. Last week I lost 2.8. And this week I lost 0.9, so I'm down to 256.2 with a 48-pound loss. Let me put that on there. You can see last week's and this week's. So I'm on my way. I'm going to get my 50 pounds by the end of the month. I really am. We didn't really talk about mastering your time today. Our regular leader wasn't in today, and you thought she would have been. She want to gloat that her college won last week. Michigan State beat Michigan, and that's where she went to school. And but she wasn't there, and so we didn't talk about the book. We had a substitute leader who I think was thrown into it, so she really wasn't prepared. So what she did was she handed out little slips with questions on it that we had to answer, and unfortunately, the areas she started with were the talkers, and so she didn't get to all of the people for their questions. And you know, it's nice that people want to talk, but sometimes people think that they're the only ones there that need to hear anything or suggest anything or share anything. They just go on and on and on and on and on, and then they just go on. And I'm one to do this, so I really can't complain as much as I do, but I'm going to. Is they give you too much detail. Like I went out on Wednesday, I think it was 8 o'clock, might have been 8:15, no, I think it was 8:07, or it might have been 8:10. But anyway, I went and I wore a red hat. No, it was a blue hat, or was it a green? That's what I mean. Like just get to the point. As I babble on. Babble on. So anyway, it's master your time. What does time management really mean? You know the feeling. I wish there was more hours in the days. Oh, I wish there were more hours in the day sometimes. But, like if you manage your schedule, you can help. I've reached the age where I have to write things down on a calendar. And my daughter Christy will tell you, even though you write stuff down on a calendar, you still have to call mom to remind her because she's still going to forget. I do try to look at the calendar every day. I do put notifications on my phone so that it'll pop up and remind me of different things. And because like if I have like the soccer games for the kids, or when Sophia played baseball, Sophia's got a concert coming up, I have to go and get the kids off the bus. If I don't write it down, I'm going to forget, and I have to manage my time around that. I schedule myself every day that I'm going to do some sort of exercise in the morning. I either go for a walk or go to my water aerobics class, and that's just me time. And I'll talk on my phone with Janice, my sister, or I'll call somebody up, or I'll just listen to music. A lot of times I'll just listen to YouTube videos. If I've fallen behind on my YouTube videos, I like to listen to them. I like to see you when I'm watching your videos. I don't know why. I'm just really listening to you anyhow, but I'd like to see you. It's like we're having a one-on-one conversation. So I try to catch up that way. I do set aside, like I know that every night between 8 and 9 o'clock I'm going to edit my videos and I'm going to answer my comments. So that's just time I've set aside for you guys. That I get annoyed when I watch a channel and I make a comment, and not so much that I make a comment, but I ask a question and they don't answer it. So it just annoys me to no end. But so I do try to be dedicated with that one. How it helps to manage your time. Studies show that a lack of time is a key barrier to eating healthy and moving more and losing weight. And I do agree with that. If you don't have the time to plan a meal or to set aside time to prep a meal, you just go in there and grab whatever's handy, you're gonna gain weight. If you don't take the time to exercise, you're gonna just sit on the couch. I DVR a lot of my, I DVR all my shows. I don't like watch commercials. If I see a commercial that looks cute, I'll stop and watch it. But for the most part, I just DVR everything so I can cut down on my sitting time watching TV. Not to say that I still don't watch a lot of TV, because I do. But it also, if you schedule your time better, it gives you more time to spend with your family. It's hard when you're young and you have a young family to schedule time for yourself, but you really need to do that, whether it means that you have to get up a little bit earlier or stay up a little bit later, or just tell your kids, this is my time, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, just to sit and meditate, or just think, or read a couple chapters in a book, or just something that's just for you, that you're going to feel better about it. And your family's going to feel better too, because you're not going to have that martyr syndrome, like you think, well, I give up everything for you guys, and what do I get out of it? Like that type of thing. So you want to make sure that you take time for yourself. It's like when you're on an airplane, if the air masks come down and you have small children, they always tell you to put your mask on first. Take care of yourself first, because you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else if you're not around. And that's my goal in life, to be around a long time, because I want to take care of my family. And I set time aside for myself, and to exercise, and to kind of prep my foods, because I do want to be around. I have reached a point in my life now that I know, and I know that nobody knows 100%, but I know like 90%, that I'm not going to go back to my old way of eating. I don't want to be that big again. I've lost 48 pounds, and I have no intentions of gaining that 48 pounds back. I've been struggling. It's taken me 10 weeks to get back to where I was. 10 weeks ago, lost 48 pounds. Actually, I lost 48.1 10 weeks ago. So I've been struggling for 10 weeks. Summer, you would think, with all the fruits and vegetables, as much as I love fruits and vegetables, you'd think I'd be like soaring with my weight loss in the summer and that. But I don't. I don't know why. And in the winter and the fall, when most people gain weight, is when I usually lose my weight. So I don't understand my thinking. But if you feel more in control of your time, then you're not so stressed. And a lot of people eat out of stress. You're emotional eaters, and all of that is like not taking time for yourself. If you get the poor me attitude, then you're gonna really do yourself damage. You really are. I like this one. It reminded me of a teacher did this in class one time. Is what you want to do is, like, you want to figure out what your time is and how you can do your time better. And you want to think of your day as an empty jar. And so first of all, you got to put the musts in it, which are you have to work, you have to have your family health, you have to plan your meals, you have to plan your sleep and your physical activity. So then you want to put them aside, like, you want to pick out like rocks or pebbles or sand and water. So the pebbles, the rocks are the things you have to do every day. Everybody has to, do some sort of a job, do, like, whether it's, being a parent, going to work, just, whatever. So you fill the jar with the rocks, and then you fill it with things that you have to do that'll help you move a little bit better, like probably planning your meals and stuff. So then you put the pebbles in the jar. And then the sand is like things that you put the sand in the jar then, which is like, it's time with your family spent, like good time spent well. Time well spent. That's what I meant to say. Time well spent. And then when you're all done, then you pour the water in. And then the water is just like the icing on the cake. That's just extra stuff that you can do. Now, if you were to put the water in the jar first, and then put the rocks and then the sand and then the pebbles, and you wouldn't have room. So you have to, the whole point of the exercise is to know how you got to balance your life. I should have just said that in a nutshell. So then the Think Again page, there we go, the Think Again page is, an unhelpful thought is, I have too much to do, there's just not enough time. But the helpful thought is, I do have a lot to do. And while I might not have time to do everything, I can prioritize what's important to me. And that's just true of every day. Like, you have so much to do every day, but you have to think, do I have to do it today? Can I do some of it tomorrow? Can I stretch it out over some time? An unhelpful thought is, I am so busy, I can't find time to plan meals and fit in physical activity. And the helpful thought is, I am busy, but if I stop doing things that are less important to me, I can fit in physical activity and meal planning. That's true. There's a lot of things that you do in a day that you think are so important. And, really, I always said, like with work and stuff like that, I always thought, well, I got to get this done, I got to get this done. You know what? If you were to die tomorrow, they'd step over your body and someone would take your place. That's just the way life is. Nobody is expendable. Nobody is. It's just, there's always somebody behind you that's going to step up and take your place. The inspiration from the community is, take time to nurture yourself every day without question. That's from Oprah. And another one is every week make a schedule for grocery shopping, meal prep, and exercise. Try to set aside time for family and friends as well as important me time. So the whole point of the whole meeting was me time. Well, this is a cinnamon apple oven pancake. It doesn't appeal to me. I love pancakes and I love cinnamon and I love apples, but it's just not for me. So anyway, the book is about managing your time, and I do like they had a quote today, and the quote was, "Time. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot." So that's to tell you, you're the pilot. You make the decisions in your life on how you're going to manage your time, and I just know that if you manage your time, excuse me, I'm sorry. If you manage your time properly, then I have to get a drink, sorry. Sorry, I got a little frog in my throat. If you manage your time, you'll do better on your weight loss. So hopefully I helped out. I know I kind of rambled on a little bit, but you know, I didn't really have much guidance this week according to the book, so you just got my interpretation. So I hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I do a daily vlog. I don't vlog on Sundays. I occasionally do recipes. I do a lot of my family things. I'm very family oriented. And I have my weight loss. I track every day and I show you what I eat. So let's just keep going. My channel is Let's Get Fit, and true to that word, let's get fit. I'll see you guys next Saturday.